Hello and welcome to Apex to Oval. I am your host, Alex. That is my host, Jack. Today we have some F1 news, some NASCAR news, some games, and a main topic, plus race predictions for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Let's get right into it. Um, Now, I and Jack both have F125, and if you own F125, it's a pretty good game. But F126 will not be happening anymore. It really never was going to happen, according to EA Sports, but with the new regs, and they want time to make a proper game that's realistic, I hope, is the reasoning for this. But F125 will gain a DLC, a paid update, for when F126 is supposed to come out with the new cars and all that. Still with DRS, but with the new cars. And that'll be F126. They're just going to make a DLC for F125. And then their first game of the season, new regs, will be F127 the following year. I don't know how to feel about this. I get it because you don't really know how this new, I forget what's replacing DRS, but you don't really know how that's going to be. So taking a year off, putting a DLC on F125 isn't the worst idea. It's better than just not having a game, so I'll take it.
Well, I also think that we don't know how much they're going to change how the cars drive for this paid update, right? For the
Yes,
new cars,
that's
because
true.
it's certainly possible for them to get closer, and then they're kind of rebuilding F127 from the ground up. But I think that this could and was kind of presented more as like what people have wanted EA Sports' other titles to do for a long time, where you don't need to sell a completely new game every year. Obviously, this is one of the rare situations where it would make a lot of sense, but I would argue it would have made more sense for them to do this for like F125 being a DLC for F124, and then F126 is the new game. Um, but the game is the game. Year to year, there's not that much different to justify spending, especially these days, like $70+ on a new like AAA title. So having a paid, essentially just a paid roster update on the same base game is, I think, what a lot of sports fans for other games have been clamoring for years and years now. I mean, from Madden that that's something
Yup.
that people have begged
Yup.
for.
Yeah.
And this
It's
is
been rough.
basically that, right? Because they have the power to add another car type, right? You already have. It's not like the F2 cars drive exactly like the F1 cars, right? So they clearly can tweak enough about the driving. They can tweak enough about the team performance. They can add teams in. All of that is doable. So now it's just on them to deliver a good enough experience to hold us over until this new game. And hopefully continue this pattern where you're not forcing everyone to buy a completely new game every single year.
Yeah, I think that for sports games, buying a new game every year is stupid. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's dumb. I think, especially for like F1 racing games, like buying a new racing game each year is kind of dumb, especially when the regs stay the same.
It's just a
Um,
roster update. Like that's it.
yeah, like it. Oh my god! Like as somebody who's played Madden for many a year, I haven't bought. I didn't buy Madden 24 or yeah, I didn't buy Madden 24. I bought Madden 25 and it was like $15 on the Xbox store, and then didn't buy. I'm not buying Madden 26 because Madden 25 is so cheeks. But like, you don't need a new sports game every year. Like I hope NASCAR and iRacing don't do what most sports game companies do and just put out another game every year. I hope they just add a DLC to the games that just change the cars and the rosters and all that because it's just not worth like
Eventually, once they
or putting something in a game like like putting a game inside a game. You know, having the option of playing NASCAR 25 or F1 25, but also having the option to play F1 26. Like that stuff I think should be put more into games.
Yeah, and with NASCAR 25 specifically, I think that while they're getting off the ground, I think that the
Yeah.
incremental updates are going to be big enough. But once the game itself kind of gets established, there really is no reason to push out an entirely new game each year, right? And
Yep.
obviously, this was before it shifted over to iRacing, but like motorsports games kind of figured that out at the end. They had just like the next gen DLC
Yep.
for like Heat 5 because Ignition 21 Ignition was such a failure. But this is a great trend to see the F1 franchise carrying because if they can do it, surely others will follow.
Yeah. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a very good thing. Speaking of the opposite of a good thing, Felipe Massa's CrashGate case was allowed to go to trial.
Yeah, so this isn't a commentary on whether he'll win in court per se, but the high court judge did rule that the case had enough merit to go to trial, right? Because the FIA was basically trying to stop the suit before it ever happened. Of like, hey, this is ridiculous, um, and the judge didn't exactly side with Massa here, but he still dismissed a good chunk of his arguments, but he still thought it had enough merit to go on. So this is a story that we'll keep hearing about in the coming months.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Um, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think Felipe Massa made a crap ton of money in his career. I think I don't really know if losing out on the championship would have changed too much in his career. Um, he would have been like a Kiki Rosberg type of driver if he won the championship. It wouldn't have changed much, money wise or not. It wouldn't have changed much. I feel like because again,
Yeah.
he was a great driver, but he wasn't the upper echelon type of drivers that would change money wise if they got a championship.
Yeah, I think that he definitely has a case that money wise he could sue for compensation, which is kind of what he's trying to do. I think that if there was any inkling that he could overturn the championship and get awarded it after the fact, never going to be that's never going to have merit because yeah, he lost out by a point, but there were other things that happened that year, right? You can't just undo and restart from that point on. Um,
Yep.
as is the case with any other Formula One controversy, or really most other sports controversies, except like college football, where they'll just vacate a million wins for every team whenever something's discovered and
Or
nobody
a
really
Heisman,
cares.
man. Reggie Bush got his
Oh
Heisman
yeah,
vacated. That was some bullshit.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, if he's suing for what 64 million pounds, like okay, sure, get him his like recourse there.
Do you really think he would have gotten 64 million pounds if he won a championship? Like, I just don't think that's how much money he would have gotten.
I I don't know. I mean, at this point, it is however many years later, almost 20, and I think that there is definitely a calculation behind that number of prize money, of potential opportunities on behalf of being the champion that year, um, of future opportunities uh, that might be affected, and I'm sure the good old like emotional damages kind of calculation. I'm sure goes into it.
$63 million in emotional damages.
No, but
Like,
I think that you're underestimating how valuable winning that championship could have been for him in the short term. Like long term legacy wise, sure, I don't know how much it would really affect him, but especially for the year immediately after, there would be a massive difference.
okay,
Um,
I can see that.
as there has been for pretty much any champion, right? Um, but also, it's a lawsuit. A lot of times these numbers are arguing are trend they tend to be larger than we think that they'd be because it's really hard to calculate these kind of like damages. Um, and it kind of
Yeah,
snowballs over time.
yeah, but what are you gonna do?
Speaking of
Speaking of,
snowballs, the top of Joey Logano's head.
that's a fire transition. Joey Logano, if you didn't know, here's a picture of him before. Here's a picture of him now. He's now bald. Um,
He
uh,
he uh he gave up the axe, so to speak. He went full bald.
yep. Uh, you can count a championship for him now for the 2026 NASCAR season. A, it's an even year. B, he's bald like Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan has 6 rings. Joey Logano's going for 6 championships in the next
Bald
couple of
Joey
years.
with unfathomable amounts of dad energy. I mean, come on.
Listen, that might be the GOAT. He might be the GOAT. He might win every race next year. Like, genuinely. Like, he's going to win every single race.
But for context, Joey Logano has been open about having alopecia. He has still maintained hair for a while, but he gave up the act. And there are others that are fighting a losing battle with their hair in NASCAR. There always are, but Logano both has a medical basis for it that he's open about and embraces it, right? Like this is, people have been poking fun at him, but I think in the end it is kind of a positive story because there are plenty of kids with alopecia. I mean, I know that we even knew some growing up that,
Yep.
have. It's nice to have an athlete to look to that. I don't want to say gave up on trying to hide it, but like at least now isn't trying to hide it, is embracing it, however you want to phrase it, right?
Yeah. I do have to say, if I see anybody talking shit about Joey Logano's new bald head on social media, I'm just gonna put in their comment section, keep my driver's name out your fucking mouth! And if you didn't get that reference, that's what Will Smith did to Chris Rock when Chris Rock made fun of his wife's alopecia. Uh, he also did slap him. I'm not gonna slap anybody unless you really say something shitty, but that's my driver right there. So I like it. I think he looks good with it. I think he's gonna win the championship this year because of it. Speaking of, no, I got nothing for this one. Yeah, we kind of fucked it. There's no transition for this. We like transitions. There's no transition.
Alliances, the O'Reilly series, yippee!
Oh my god, I literally, okay, can I just say, O'Reilly Auto Parts, bow, is a great series. Xfinity series, Xfinity Mobile is not that good. I don't get it. I'm sorry, I don't get it. Why are people saying my car is as fast as Xfinity Mobile? Your car is
Because they
pretty
get
damn
paid.
slow then.
They get
Your
paid
car
each
was
time.
slow.
Did you
That
see
means
that?
your car
Did you
is
see the
slow.
calculations that they ran for how much each guy got paid for saying fast as Xfinity Mobile?
No. You need to
Yeah,
send
there
me
was
that.
like
You need to
there's like a
send me
thing
that
for
at
it. Yeah,
some
I'll
point.
send it to you after the show. But yeah,
You have to send me that, because what the hell? That Xfinity Mobile isn't fast. That shit's slow as hell. What are you talking about, fast as Xfinity Mobile? Your car was a rock. Anyway. Um, RSS is switching to Chevy. And they now have a Haas alliance. I don't, like... And
yeah,
Jeremy Clements Racing is also allied with Haas.
yeah. So Haas is switching to Chevy. We knew this, but Ryan Sieg's race team is also switching to Chevy with them, allying with Haas. Jeremy Clements Racing was Chevy, but is now allied with Haas. Um, and slowly more and more teams are coming off the board. Haas was the only like kind of flagship, really competitive Ford team. I think AM Racing was a Ford team, but was allied with Haas, running that Harrison Burton car. And considering the fact that Burton is definitely a talented driver, particularly on the level of the now O'Reilly series, like in good equipment, he would be running up front every week. Like that kind of tells you where that AM Racing team is at. And now they're going to be like the only Ford team. It's like him and like Joey Gase Racing like has Ford chassis, but like isn't even really Ford supported, I don't think. Where Ford has nothing. Like they have no pipeline set up for the O'Reilly series. They have no flagship team to go up front. Um and that's a weird spot for them to be in. I know that this has kind of been true going back. Like you've had Stuart Haas, you had Penske running their like one car for Cindric when Cindric was tearing it up in the O'Reilly series. But now it's nothing. Now it's like you'll have a couple cars on track and they're maybe middle of the pack. Like AM Racing just got new ownership. And we think that they might like that they'll probably still be Ford, but for that to be the only team on track, I mean that's like I don't know, that's like I don't even know what to compare it to because I was gonna say something with Dodge, but at least they'd be breaking into the sport. Like this is supposed to be one of the big established teams. They have a development pipeline. They have a huge trucks presence, and now they have nowhere to put their drivers in the O'Reilly series.
Yeah, it's kind of rough for them. I'm not gonna lie. It is pretty rough for them. Um, I don't really know. I don't see anybody switching over. I mean, maybe somebody does, but like the way it's going, I really don't. Like Chevy has been really good. So is Toyota. I don't. Ford, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, and at this point, even in the Cup Series, like they lost Stuart Haas as a multi-car team, right? And now the teams that they do have, it's like, okay, Penske, those seats are filled, sure, right? Wood Brothers, that's an extension of Penske. That seat is filled with Barry right now. But like you think of a lot of the drivers that are in there, Cindric, sure, he was Penske supported because he's Penske family. Um, what with Tim Cindric being, I guess, formerly a higher up in Penske. I don't even know.
I think
Uh,
he got fired.
yeah, but I
He
think that it
got
was a
fired after the
scapegoat
500.
situation. I don't think there's like actual bad blood between them.
No,
Um,
it was definitely a scapegoat situation from that.
and like Logano, Blaney, those guys are staying. RFK, like Brad, sure. Um,
Priest.
well, yeah, you have Priest and Busher, but like it's not like those guys were really Ford development guys. Those guys were bouncing around different teams. Front row races Fords, and you've got guys like Gilliland was running Fords coming up, but um, I don't know, like you Zane Smith, not really. Noah Gregson was with Stuart Haas, but like he was with Junior Motorsports in Xfinity. Like he was like their development pipeline has been struggling. I mean, since Cindric and Briscoe, they haven't really had another prospect beyond that. Even in Xfinity, Sam Mayer was a Chevy prospect before hopping over to Haas. Um, and now they've got nowhere to try to keep that pipeline going.
Yeah, you know what I think they should do? I know somebody with my two people, with my three people, including myself, with my same last name that could do pretty well in them Fords. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I think you know who I'm talking about. And they could do damn well in those Fords.
Husky
Bring Ford to
Motorsports,
glory.
Husky
Dude,
Motorsports.
dude,
Open an
Yukon,
O'Reilly team right now.
Yukon sponsors a team at Stafford. I have driver merch from that Yukon driver who's sponsored.
Husky Motorsports. I'm telling you,
Yeah. Uh, Screw it. Owned by Thomcorp.
real. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
a that's an inside reference.
That's an inside. That's. Yep. Speaking of inside references, not really, but really. Mick Schumacher was released from the World Endurance Championship in Alpine. Today. Uh, the thought is he's going to IndyCar, and I hope he does. Mick Schumacher is a really good talent. He is a very good driver. Um, I think if he does well in Indy, I think he can make his way back to F1. Maybe get another chance,
I
but
don't
I mean,
know.
realistically, I think he's good enough to make it back to F1. I just depends on how well he does in Indy.
The way that super license stuff is treated with IndyCar, um, he would have to basically be dominating IndyCar, and at that point, not only is it a question of whether an F1 team would want him, but it becomes a question of whether he would want to make that jump again just for kind of an off chance of sticking, right?
That's fair. That's fair. I just really like. I think I just want Mick to get a second chance. God damn it! I think Haas did him so dirty, and I do not like how Haas did Schumacher at the end of his tenure there, or at any part of his tenure. And I want to see him come back and dominate, or at least be better than Haas. I think the grid right now is stacked though, so I don't really know where he's gonna go. But if he were to come back, but if it's an option, I would love to see it.
Oh yeah.
And I do want to see how he challenges Flo. The question is, where does he go? Because what seats are open in IndyCar? Like RLL, I think just filled their last seat.
I mean, there are potential seats open, I believe. But also, I don't put it past like any team to make a seat, right? Like if it really came down to it, and he is being released from his contract, that means that he has a plan, right? Um, so
Like, uh, where is it? So, uh, Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing. The number 30 isn't out for Devlin DeFrancesco, but I mean, with Mick possibly getting, or with him getting released from Alpine, I think could point signs the number 30. Um, and then other than that, the 98, but that's only for the Indy 500 with Andretti. And then the 23 is Dreyer and Reinbold, their Indy 500 entry. So
yeah, I mean, it would be
you,
something like Coin. It would be something like it being VK's teammate, I think, right?
yep, because
Um,
Hauger is Dale Coyne, so they might have uh well, Jacob Abel might return. He hasn't decided yet. Um, so the question is, will they pair him with Dennis Hauger, or will they, you know, put him with another Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing?
or he's doing something else entirely, and gonna surprise us
Yeah,
all.
screw it. He's gonna mess up Hayden Deegan in motocross. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, speaking of Hayden Deegan, he actually is moving up to the big boy motocross. So that'll be fun to watch next year. Um, let's. Well, we talked about our main story, which was
Yeah,
the Ford no
that got
flag
folded
series.
into all
That
the
got folded
alliances.
into all the alliances. Also,
Although,
a new alliance. Jordan Anderson Racing and Richard Childress Racing have a new alliance as well.
yes, and with that they have a third full-time car that's going to be an all-star car, um, which is interesting.
Kyle Busch is about to ruin the entire Xfinity series
Hey,
or the
hey,
O'Reilly series.
you said it, not me. I mean, they're allowed to run
Kyle,
some more
Kyle,
races
Kyle,
potentially.
Kyle Busch is gonna run it up on them. Didn't they
They're
also
allowed to
change
run
it so
some
you
more
could race
races.
10 races now in each series?
I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but yeah, I mean, they are allowed to run some more, and you know that Kyle Busch is often up for it. So,
Listen, I think it's 10, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it's 8 in the truck series and 10. Yeah, so it's 10 races in the O'Reilly series and 8 in the truck series. Dude, Kyle Busch is gonna hit 100 race wins real quick at this rate. Why did they do that? What? In what? Dude, everyone is screwed. Kyle Busch is about to run up the way. Dude, he's gonna hit 300 wins. I swear to God. Because he's waiting for his son to make it to trucks, or be old enough to make it to trucks before he fully retires and heads to the truck series.
I uh, I do to kind of circle back to a lot of the alliances. Um,
Yeah.
I think that's something important with this is since the next gen car, teams are not making their own cars, right? They don't have to have manufacturing on site really because they're buying this OEM car and modifying it, sure. But a lot of the fab stuff they don't have to do anymore. But Xfinity is running the old Cup cars, right? You still have to have that equipment. Um, so like on the topic of Ford not having a flagship team, someone like RFK sold off all of that equipment once the next gen switch happened. Because they wouldn't need it for Cup anymore. So them coming to Xfinity is unlikely because that's a huge upfront investment. And it's a weird combination to have both all of these smaller teams allying with the bigger teams more and more, kind of consolidating those resources, and having it feels like more cars than ever. I mean, we are like, yeah, we lost Colleague, but it feels like we keep gaining cars every week that are going to be full time.
Yeah.
Um, it's such an interesting place that the series is in.
I think it'll be fun though. I think it'll make it for more competition. I think in a couple of years the bad teams will hopefully get better and better, and kind of hopefully match some of the mid to better, mid to good teams. So
Yeah, I mean, and pretty much all of the midfield teams now are allied with someone,
yeah,
um, which it really helps them on the, especially if it's a team with kind of less resources, being able to outsource some of that helps.
yeah, I think it'll be fun to see the Xfinity series. Speaking of fun, the Las Vegas Grand Prix is this weekend. FP1, I believe,
Oh
is
yeah, it
happening
is.
right now, or it's just
It
ended.
just
One of the
finished
two.
as we're recording
Just
this.
finished.
It was like Leclerc and then a Williams, I think, and then I don't even know from there. Verstappen P4 probably.
That is interesting. Okay, F1 thing. Okay, there we go. It was Leclerc, then Albon, then Sonoda,
Yeah,
Verstappen, Sainz, Norris, Hajar, Piastri, Russell, Antonelli, Hamilton, Gasly, Lawson, Alonso, Stroll, Behrman, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Portoletta, and Colapinto.
sure.
Um, Charles Leclerc first place in a medium tire.
It's FP1. There's not a ton that you can read from it, but
Listen,
uh,
all I'm seeing is Ferrari up front. Charles Leclerc is going to win the Las Vegas Grand Prix. He's been close twice, I will say that.
yeah, I mean, spoiler alert, he's my pick for this weekend.
Oh,
But
well, let's talk about it then. Why do you pick
but
Leclerc?
that's because McLaren, if my memory serves, uh, this track isn't really well suited to their kind of car. Um, at least this year, and I think Zach Brown even was quoted on saying that they don't think that this weekend is going to be their best. So then from there, it's a Ferrari or it's Max, and I just felt like Ferrari had to get one somewhere, you know.
I am changing my pick to Max Verstappen. Um, I completely forgot that the McLarens are shite at this track, and they've been shite at this track ever since it started 2 years ago. And I'm picking the best driver at this track, which is Maximilian Verstappen.
Which is Gabriel Bortoletto.
Alrighty then. Alright. Um, I would pick Kimi in this case. I think the Mercedes is suited for this track. I think FP1 is a fluke. And I think Kimi will be near the front, especially coming off of a great result in Brazil. But I think this is too early for his first win because of how stacked the grid is. And I do not think he will get it this year. But I think he'll be close.
I also think that Vegas is a weird track because it kind of resets every day. Um, like because they reopen the course, you're not really putting rubber down. You're not really getting like yeah, between FP1, FP2, between FP3 qualifying, it'll be pretty consistent. But like when they go out there tomorrow for FP3, it'll be a new track all over again. Um, so there's a lot of learning that happens in FP1. There's a lot of like dust that they're clearing, all of that. That's going to happen each time. Um, and it's a weird situation for a rookie driver, especially one who, Kimmy's not opposed to taking risks, but I think he'd probably lean on the cautious side when Mercedes definitely wants better results from him. Like I think that he's probably going to play it a little safer versus like crashing in quali versus some of the elite qualifiers in the sport, like a Charles, like a Max, that will push it to that limit, even if the track is probably less comfortable to them.
Yeah. I think it'll move to Max Leclerc. I think even throw in George Russell's name. He won it last year. I think throwing in George's name is not a bad shout. I mean, yeah, that's about it. I'd say Max Lewis, or not Max Lewis, Max Charles George. I don't think Lewis will be in there. I don't think Piastri, Norris. I don't think anyone else. Let's get into games. Unlimited games, but no games. I have 3 games for you. We're gonna start with the first one.
What?
No, we can shorten it depending on how this first one goes. You don't screw it. We're gonna do that one last. I'm gonna do that one last. I want you to name the bottom 12 drivers from the 2022 Formula One Drivers' Championship.
The bottom 12.
The bottom 12 from the 2022 Formula One World Championship.
Lewis Hamilton.
No.
Max Verstappen.
Dude, that would be so funny if you just guessed everyone in the top 10 and then let everyone else in the bottom 12. That'd be great.
Carlos Sainz.
George Russell. Sergio Perez. Alright, anyway.
You said the bottom 12?
The bottom 12, so 11 to 22.
Oh.
You
So
do
not
know-
the bottom full time, just like straight up all of the
Straight up
bottom.
the bottom 12, because you know all of these drivers.
Okay.
I know you know all these
2022
drivers.
part-time was Nick DeVries, right?
Nick DeVries is 21st
Okay.
with 2 points.
Okay. Shoot. Who else was part-time?
I actually don't know who is part-time this year. I am not going to lie.
Well, I'm going to go Latifi,
wait.
still holding strong.
Yes, I do know who is part-time. Latifi, the GOAT, is 20th with 2 points.
Was Albon his teammate at Williams, sitting in the bottom?
Albano was at Williams, 19th, 4 points.
Shoot. Okay, Mick was still at Haas. Yeah?
Mick was still at Haas.
His teammate that year was obviously not Nikita Mazepin. No, it wasn't. It obviously wasn't Grosjean. He didn't come back. But I feel like it was someone that was like a familiar name. I don't know why I'm blanking.
Drivers raced last season.
What?
Most of these drivers raced last season.
Okay. Well, you said the bottom 12 is 11th on?
11th on.
Uh,
There's one massive name in this one.
One massive
name. Massive name.
Surely you are referencing the legendary Guan Yu Zhou.
He is on there, but that is not who I was referencing. Guan Yu Zhou was 18th with 6 points.
Valtteri was with, like, Sauber, Alpha, whichever they, right? But was he not down there?
He was 10th. He just missed the list. He had
Really?
He had 49.
Where was his teammate? Where was Zhou?
His teammate was 18th.
Okay, well, shit, Valtteri. Okay, bud.
Zhou had 6 points. Valtteri had 49.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Valtteri was on one that year. Shit box of a car. If I did this, would you get it? Have you seen that video?
Unfortunately.
Oh, you haven't seen that video?
But
I can't give hints. Kiki A! Do you not know these memes? Oh, for fuck's sake. God
But
damn
I
it.
think the fact that you're citing memes and videos, I'm assuming it's Danny Rick is one of them.
Daniel Ricciardo is 11th.
Okay.
God damn it.
What was he driving?
He was driving a
He was still at
McLaren.
McLaren?
Still
Yeah,
McLaren,
okay.
37 points.
Okay. And he was P11. Oh yeah,
P11.
McLaren like sucked.
Yeah, Landon
Forget
Norris
how
finished
bad they sucked.
P7, 122 points. Daniel Ricciardo, 37. He was tied with another driver who... And that's all I'm going to say.
That's not gonna
You
it's not
don't
gonna
get
help
this? Do you not get this reference?
me. No. I'm losing it. But
Oh my god, this actually might be worse than
I'm just gonna
that
go through the
random NASCAR
teams
guy.
and you're gonna leave me alone.
Okay.
So I guess we've taken care of McLaren, we've taken care of Sauber. Mercedes, obviously both are up higher.
Yep.
Um
Ferrari, both are up higher. Red Bull,
yeah.
both are up higher. So you're
Alpine
missing
both were up higher
Alpine,
too, right?
both up higher. They were 8th and 9th. They both
Yeah,
missed
that
out.
was Alonso still and
Alonso, Ocon.
Ocon? Okay.
Ocon.
Oh yeah, so if Alonso's there, Aston was Stroll and Seb?
Yeah, and they're both
Are they both?
down
Okay.
below. Stroll was 15th with 18 points. Seb was 12th with 37 points. He was tied with Daniel Ricciardo.
At this point I feel like we have named the top 10, so now it's just figuring out everyone below them.
Yes.
Okay. AlphaTauri, if it was still AlphaTauri, I like actually forget a lot of the team name changes.
AlphaTauri.
Okay, that was Gasly, right?
Pierre Gasly, 14th.
Um
I believe he was a rookie this year.
What?
In 2022. I believe he was a rookie in 2022.
Gasly?
No, the second driver.
Oh, Yuki? No, he was 21, right?
Yeah, it is Yuki. Was it? Oh no, Yuki started the year prior, so he was in the second year. But yes, Yuki
Okay.
Tsunoda was 17.
But it is Yuki. I just,
It is Yuki.
I don't know.
It is
I don't know
Yuki.
how I didn't say it until you and I thought he was a rookie.
Yeah.
But
Two of them were on the
Three
grid last
left.
year on the same team. One of them we talked about in this podcast.
one of them we talked about in this podcast.
Yes.
How? Who have I? Wait a
I
minute.
don't think.
How am I
you said-
missing 3?
I don't.
How many
you
did I say? I have.
You have De Vries, Latifi, Albano, Zhao, Tsunoda, Stroll, Gasly, Vettel, Denny Rick.
I swear Mick was one of the first ones I said.
Oh, did you? I don't remember. Mick Schumacher is on there. I don't.
Okay.
But, all right. You're
So then the other 2 were racing last year. One of them was Mick's Haas teammate.
Yes, the other one raced for Aston Martin that year.
Aston Martin. So it was
Both
like an
of
injury
them
sub.
were on the same team last year.
K-Mag
K-Mag 13
was the teammate.
was the teammate.
Nico was the sub driver
Was
for
the
Aston
sub-driver.
and
Yes.
definitely was at Haas. Like last year.
Yes. Yeah, it's Nico Hulkenberg and Kevin Magnussen for your last 2.
That was a struggle.
Danny Rick at 11th, Vettel at 12th, K-Mag at 13th, Gasly at 14th, Stroll at 15th, Schumi at 16th, Tsunoda at 17th, Zhao at 18th, Albano at 19th, Latifi the GOAT at 20th, De Vries at 21st, and Hülkenberg 27th. Hülkenberg. All right, next game. How good would Ricky Bobby be in real life in this moment? It's a banger. It's a banger. Let me tell you.
I
come up with a straight banger of a question.
Well,
so listen, I have 5 levels for you. You have to tell me if Ricky Bobby would be better than that level for that driver right now during this time. Today.
I'm gonna have some hot takes, I'm sure, but out with it. Go for it.
Level 1, Cole Custer.
See, the fact that I'm already thinking about it, I think tells you where I stand on this. Um, I think that I think that Ricky Bobby was a fluke. I don't think that he was. I don't think that he was the elite race car driver people think he is. I think that he was powered by an era of NASCAR. He was powered by like boobs, you know.
Dude, he pissed excellence. He pissed excellence.
That's the problem, though.
You're not even gonna let him buy Cole Custer?
No, he'll go by Cole Custer, but like, what's motivating him? What's motivating Ricky Bobby in modern NASCAR?
We need good girls in the paddock, in the NASCAR paddock now.
I don't mean
not
like that,
really.
but like,
we don't need that. Please, NASCAR,
yeah.
don't pull the F1 route. Do not
No.
get great girls.
No, I'm not saying that, but like,
you know what we need? We need Kevin James in the paddock every goddamn race.
There we go. And gentlemen,
start your engines! Oh, I just.
But like, you know, this is a NASCAR that's like gotten rid of like the monster girls.
That was a thing.
Like, well, yeah.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
This is a NASCAR that clearly would not have a gay Frenchman as a rival. Like this is. I don't know. Ricky Bobby was clearly motivated by factors other than just being fast. And he also, you know, he wouldn't have his best bud next to him. You know, they wouldn't be able to shake and bake, if you will.
Listen, he can shake and bake with whoever he wants. It don't matter.
Okay. But no, he's still better than Cole Custer.
Current day Kyle Busch is level 2.
Current Kyle Busch.
The man who is taking celibacy to a next level.
For the sake of giving you what you want here, I am going to say that I'll take him over modern day Kyle Busch, but I will say that it is at least very close.
That is the correct answer. Level 3, Joey Logano.
No.
Logano.
No.
That is fair. He stops at level 3. He stops at Joey Logano. Do you want to hear the final 2 levels?
I would love to hear the final 2 levels.
Level 4, Denny Hamlin.
Immediately no.
Level 5 is Kyle Larson.
No.
He did not make it by Larson, Hamlin, or Joey Logano.
Although I'm sure if you gave Ricky Bobby access to a live stream, he might become Kyle Larson.
Oh no, Ricky Bobby, no.
Suddenly he's driving for Hendrick. Oh god.
Shit. Oh no.
Oh man.
And your final game is make the best overall driver from these teams using tire management, wheel-to-wheel racing, pace, wet, and qualifying.
Oh,
so
Christ.
I'm going to pull up the all-time drivers for this team.
I hate these so much.
I understand, but I will help you with this. So we will make this list together.
Yes. The power of collaboration.
The first team is McLaren. Now, just to name some prominent McLaren names, you can put Lando Norris in there. Not Fernando. Jenson Button is in there. Lewis Hamilton. Kimi Räikkönen. Juan Pablo Montoya. David Coulthard is up there. Mika Hakkinen is up there. Nigel Mansell is up there. No, he's not. He only raced 1 year for them. No, screw that. Nigel Mansell, you're staying at Williams. Senna is up there. Prost is up there. Niki Lauda is up there. James Hunt is up there. Gilles Villeneuve is up there. Emerson Fittipaldi is up there. Scheckter,
the McLaren problem is there are way too many good options.
Now, I think, my opinion, Lewis Hamilton needs to be up there. So does Lauda.
Well, yeah.
So does Senna. So does Prost.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the.
Those are
I
my
guess there's room
top
for one
four.
more. Um,
There is room for one more. Now,
but I don't know where to put
oh,
like any of them.
Mika.
Yeah, like he's
Mika
got to
has
be up
so
there.
it's Mika, Senna, Prost, Lewis,
Yeah,
Lauda.
I
Those are
I
your five.
I actually, if you heard my like hesitance, it was because I thought that you said five because I just lumped Mika in there
No, I
already.
just forgot. I forgot to say
Uh,
Mika. So
but
I'm not
like
gonna lie.
I now
I
my
know
problem is with these categories, I don't know where to put like any of them.
I can tell you where to put some. Qualifying has to go with Senna.
Okay.
The man was a wonder at qualifying. Wet racing, although he did have a major accident at the Nürburgring Nordschleife, it has to be Niki Lauda. For me, it's between Lauda and Lewis, and I need to put Lewis somewhere else. So I'm putting Niki Lauda at wet racing,
Fair enough.
which
Um,
leaves tire management, wheel-to-wheel racing, and pace to Lewis, Hakkinen, and Prost.
this is young Lewis.
This
This is
is
McLaren
young
Lewis.
Lewis. And to be honest, I'm thinking wheel to wheel or pace for Lewis.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't put him at tire management.
I
Not
wouldn't
because I
either.
think he was bad at it, but I think that he was not the crafty veteran that he became.
No,
Right?
and I definitely like him more. He's more suited to wheel or pace than he is.
I feel like you got to put him at pace.
I think
I
so
feel
too.
like running Fernando Alonso like out of town
Yeah,
is something, right?
and destroying Jensen Button is also on that list.
Yeah.
Like dominating Jensen Button,
So
who's a
then it's
one-time
wheel to
champion in the
wheel
Great Jefferson. So it's wheel to wheel and tire management
between a
for
villain and a Finn.
Prost Prost and Hakkinen. Did you just say a villain and a Finn?
Yeah,
Oh my
because
god!
Hakkinen is Finnish and
Oh
Prost
my god!
was, you know.
Oh my god! Wheel to wheel, I'm gladly giving it to Hakkinen because listen, Prost and Senna had some fucking days, dude. Them two,
That's
them two,
that's
them
why I
two,
said a villain.
them two. So tire management is going to Prost,
All
and
right.
wheel wheel is going to Hakkinen.
I and again with pace, it's the same. It's the Ferrari problem of like all of these guys had great pace, but like if you're building the ideal driver, that's like the one category that you have to put the best, right?
Yep. And for me,
And
the best is Senna or Lewis, and Senna is the better out of all of them in qualifying.
yeah, which that's another one that you really don't want to sacrifice on because
Yep.
respectfully, if you qualify good and you have great pace, you don't need the
You're
rest.
not doing wheel to wheel. You're not doing tire management. You're not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now your next team might not have as good of a lineup as McLaren or Ferrari, which we did last time we did this, but still has some great names. One of which we already mentioned. It is Williams.
Oh, that those are some great names.
So for Williams, you have, and I'm gonna scroll a little further down and go. I'm gonna go from the earliest up because I have a name I want to put up there, but I don't know if it's enough to put it up there.
Well,
First
my
off,
list is
Keke
complete,
Rosberg.
so
For Williams,
yeah.
is it just Latifi the entire time?
Of course it is.
uh, so we have Keke Rosberg, we have
All
Nigel
right.
Mansell, we have Nelson Piquet. There's three. Damon Hill is four. And you can really have, like, you have one Pablo Montoya who's really good for them, or pretty good for them. You have, like, I don't see. Here's my thing. I want to put Albon there, but I don't know if it's time to put him there yet. So I'm kind of leaning toward one Pablo Montoya.
Not giving us Prost or Senna.
Uh, it's the same reason why I didn't put Menzel on
Yeah.
for McLaren. Prost and Senna didn't really race there that long to matter. I'm going for like top drivers. So like Villeneuve. Villeneuve could work too. I mean, he was only there for like a handful of years.
Jacques Villeneuve?
Yeah. He was only there for 3 years, but he did win a championship.
Yeah.
But like for me, it's Damon Hill, it's Nigel Mansell, Nelson Piquet, sadly, Kiki Rosberg, and then you can have your pick of like screw it, Alex Albon could be up there. You have Jacques Villeneuve, you have Heinz Harald Frentzen, who was pretty good. You have one Pablo Montoya, Ralf Schumacher was okay. Nico Rosberg was there for a bit. Same thing with Valtteri Bottas was there for a couple of years. Screw, do you want to put George Russell up there? Purely for what he did in Brazil? I think it was Brazil. Was it Brazil? Where he got like second or third in quali? And just put him on quali.
I don't remember.
I think... Was it Brazil 21? Where did he finish? Williams qualified third. I think he qualified third somewhere. Maybe it was second. It was the Russian Grand Prix. That's what it was. And they cut half. I think it was so bad they ended up. Yeah, he qualified third that race at Russia 21. But we can put Latifi if you really want Latifi in there. I mean, I don't know. We have four major ones. Who do you want as the fifth?
I mean, I think that I wrote 5, just putting in Montoya, but like I think Villeneuve with a championship has a case.
Okay, so we can do Villeneuve
to go with Hill, because I mean, realistically, if Senna is not an option here, Hill feels like a shoe-in for qualifying.
Yeah, I'd put Hill in for qualifying for Damon Hill for quali.
Yeah. So then
for pace, to be honest, I don't like pace itself. I'm kind of feeling Mansell purely or PK. Because those two, PK has 4 chips.
Yeah.
And like you gotta be fast to win chips. But I'm not too versed on these drivers to really know where to put them. I think pace has to be Mansell or if you include one Pablo Montoya, I think Montoya could go at pace because he was pretty fast in a Williams that wasn't always that competitive. But if you're putting in Villeneuve, no clue. Realistically, like, I mean, listen, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know who I want to put for pace. For me, it has to be PK or Mansell.
Yeah.
28 wins in the championship with Mansell or with Williams. That's Mansell. PK 7 wins in the title for Williams. Fuck it, Mansell.
For pace?
Yeah, 28 wins in a championship with Williams.
Fair enough. I was about to just say screw it, PK.
But just the more wins in the same amount of championships moves me more than
For for wet, Kiki Rosberg?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Um, yeah, this is kind of. I mean, not kind of. I mean, Williams being good is decidedly before my time.
Yeah.
For a lot of these drivers, but
Now, PK, um, mm, listen,
listening.
um, like, mm, actually, you could actually put Prost up there. Prost is a championship with Williams, but he's only there for a year. He was there for a year, won a championship, and left.
Um, I mean, I'll keep it how it is,
Yeah.
but
So I would put, fuck it, um, purely because Jacques was, uh, Schumacher terrorized Jacques Villeneuve. I'm willing to put PK at wheel to wheel and Villeneuve at tire management.
fair enough.
Purely because Villeneuve had a lot of enemies.
Well, you're not wrong. Um, I think that PK made himself some enemies with his own teammate in Mansell for the what 2 years he was there.
Yeah, yeah,
And also it was only the 2 years because he was with Barabum for most of the time, right?
yep.
Um, so you said
I
Jacques
mean,
Villeneuve.
I just Jacques Villeneuve tire management, PK wheel to wheel. So to recap, Prost tire management for McLaren. Prost's tire management, Hackinen's wheel to wheel, pace is Lewis Hamilton, wet is Niki Lauda, qualifying is Senna. For Williams, tire management is Villeneuve, wheel to wheel is PK, pace is Mansell, wet is Kiki, and qualifying is Damon Hill.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
Yeah, these are always tough. Um,
I'm not gonna say that was pretty tough because Williams. I know the drivers, but I don't know the drivers. If you know what I mean. Like, yeah, like I don't. I know of them. I just don't know what they're good at. And you know what?
yeah,
Maybe in 5 years, we revisit this list if we're still doing this, and Alex Albon will make his way onto that list, championship or not.
I
And I think he makes it over Villeneuve, even though Villeneuve has a championship.
wait.
What?
Why didn't we put Senna with McLaren? Oh wait, we did. We put him
We
in
did.
qualifying. Okay.
From qualifying. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry. I confused myself between that and Williams. For some reason because I was going to say Senna is probably what the best wet racer of all time.
Yeah, up there with Max and Lewis. Yeah,
But
his
I mean,
I think it's like
qualifying you don't want
qualifying
to
is
sacrifice on.
yeah. Like if you're gonna put Senna at wet, I'd put Lewis in qualifying,
Yeah,
and then you have to move Nikki. Then you're gonna have to switch around Nikki Lauda, Mika, and Prost.
which like could do that. That's fine.
Which
But
realistically, I'd probably if we moved Senna to wet, I'd move Lewis to qualifying, Nikki to wheel, and then Mika to pace.
I mean, we could do that.
Or even like fuck it and just say, no, listen, and just say fuck it, Kimi Räikkönen, you're now at pace. Somebody has to get kicked out. Dude, Kimi was
You know
quick
what?
as hell with McLaren. Listen,
He's got ice in his veins.
He does. Iceman, baby.
Yeah. You know what? We'll leave it as is.
Yeah, we'll leave it as is. I like that. Anyway, that's the end of the pod. We've hit literally an hour just now.
Look at
That's the
that.
end of the podcast. We finished the games. We've got some news going, predictions, and all that. Jack, do you have any final thoughts for this podcast? Episode 41.
All these alliances in the O'Reilly series make me think that the New York Football Giants should form an alliance with a better NFL team, and maybe it'll help them out.
The Patriots?
Hmm.
It can't be the
I don't
Chiefs,
know.
the Ravens, or the Bills.
I don't know. I was thinking the Bills, those blue and red New
The
York
Bills?
teams, you know?
Okay. But, like, the Bills, are the Bills good anymore?
They still have Josh Allen.
But the receivers, though.
Well, actually, Josh Allen
And
might have
you
like
need
just
receivers.
gotten hurt.
Did he really? Are you kidding me?
Well, actually, this is football talk, but the Giants' receiving core is not as bad as it's made out to be. Darius Slayton and Wan'Dale Robinson are both starting caliber players, and with
Hodges?
Malik Neighbors healthy, it's one of the better receiving rooms in the league. And yeah, Hodgins on like literally 2 days' notice came in and had a good game against Green Bay, and is a decent wide receiver for. But that's all besides the point. What isn't besides the point is the fact that when we talk to you next, we are going to have results from Las Vegas in which Charles Leclerc is going to win, I am going to be victorious, Alex is going to be sad, and everything will be right in the world.
Max Verstappen is going to win the championship. No, I'm just kidding. He's just going to win the Las Vegas Grand Prix. He's going to lose the championship after next year, but he's going to win the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Okay. I'm
Thank you
here
for watching
for it.
Apex to Oval. I'm Alex. That's Jack. Thank you for watching. Peace.